viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing an Anti-Mage game. And I still have to set up. This is a live game, by the way. So I have no clue how he's going to do. Maybe he's going to do brilliantly. Maybe it is just going to be a very sad game. Anyway, we are in, hang on, we are the orange ones. And we are, I have no clue. Yeah, I guess in the long, short lane. Yeah, should be it. So, yeah, not a whole lot to say about Anti-Mage, except that he is an Anti-Mage. So, his first ability, his Q, is Mana Break. As it says in the name, it's pretty obvious. It breaks the mana of the opponent. So it drains mana, it does damage based on the amount of mana drained. And it, yeah, it's a unique attack modifier, which means that you cannot have slows and such on your attack. You have several unique attack modifiers, and each of them has a big effect on the game. That's why you can't stack them, and this is one of them. And of course, with the, well, with this being a mana drain, it becomes really effective in, well, against mages, which makes it a perfect anti-mage spell. Anyway, Blink then. Blink is exactly what it says. Yeah, it's so easy, this champion. Sorry, hero, sorry. Yeah, that was Blink. Blink teleports you from one position to another, the relatively long range. It is up to 1150. The cooldown reduces quite significantly with higher levels, so you basically don't do it for the range. Sorry. You do it for the cooldown, the upgrades, and yeah, it's very effective. Obviously, the mana cost will not change. And then we have Spell Shield. Yeah, being an anti-mage, you of course have to have resistance to spells. So, yeah, you can get up to 50% resistance. The first level is already 26%, which is a very big deal. So if you're up against the mage, you want to put a point in that really early, because it reduces 26% of all the damage. And that is just awesome. Obviously against melee champions or, well, auto attack champions, you don't want to put things in there. You don't want to put points in this ability. Yeah, until the later game. Then the ultimate, Mana Void, it deals damage for each amount, each mana they're missing. It goes up to 110%. So basically, if they miss 100 mana, you do 110 damage then. And yeah, it can become pretty significant, especially against mages, because, well, obviously against mages, they have a large mana pool compared to their health pool, and you can actually do quite significant damage to them. So, yeah, it is also a stun, but yeah, well, it's a mini stun, so it's not a really big deal. Anyway, that is that, and we are just going to go on to this anti-mage play. Anti-mage normally farms a whole lot, so unfortunately, because this is a live game, I cannot really fast forward. But yeah, that's why you always, or well, most of the time at least, see him in the short lane, which is the farm lane. It's next to the jungle. It is just the best way to farm, or the best lane to farm. And yeah, you definitely don't want to be in the long lane with him, because, well, it's quite hard to farm in the long lane. So, sorry, having some coughs here. So we are starting off with some typical farm items. Stout Shield, Quelling Blade, not really normal on Anti-Mage, but it's all good. And we have Ring of Health for some regen, and probably to build into something else. And I'm just wondering, of course we have boots level 1 and blah blah, tangos, iron branch, not really a big deal. But anyway, your blink is normally used as an escape in the early game, and in the late game, of course, you can use it to engage in fights. And here you can see it. Yeah, the engage was made, or was intended to be made by Lena there, but she couldn't even reach because Anti-Mage was already on the target, and yeah, he just jumped out of there. And look at this, we're going after him. Yeah, there's nowhere to run, dude. Well, there is somewhere to run, I guess. You're screwed. He might still be there. Yeah, he is still there. They can see him. And wow, Lena completely missing that. And if he gets his blink back, yeah, he can actually jump in. And there is nowhere to go from there. Very nice chasing power. And Anti-Mage gets the easy kill. So yeah, that's why you carry teleport scrolls, guys. That's why you carry those. Anyhow, we have the Perseverance now. So you saw the courier. Well, I don't know if you saw, but you could have seen the courier delivering that. And of course, Perseverance is bought in the secret shop. Well, the second item from that. The first item is the Ring of Regeneration, and yeah, you do want to pick that up on champions that require a lot of mana, and I guess well, Anti-Mage requires a little bit of mana at least. So yeah, getting some last hits going, and we are going to farm in the jungle now, I'm assuming. Although he is not really afraid, because of his blink and his ability to deal significant amounts of damage, it really doesn't matter too much where he is. So what we normally get on Anti-Mage is the typical, well, agility item of, hang on, oh, I forgot the name, so annoying, Manta Style, that's what it's called. So Manta Style allows you to create 2 copies of yourself, and with Anti-Mage that means that you can actually do a lot more damage, because you're going to do damage with your auto attacks only. And of course your auto attacks have that mana drain and blah blah. I don't know if that carries over to your clones. I'm assuming it does, but it's not necessarily true. I don't really know these kind of details yet. I know that for the Diffusal Blade, which is kind of similar, so it also drains mana, and yeah, I know that for that it carries over to clones from Phantom Lancer at least, but I don't know if it carries over to clones from Manta Style or the Illusion Rune. But yeah, we'll have to see, or you can find it out in some other way. I don't really mind either way. So yeah, getting the last hits, doing a great job of just getting the last hits. And not landing the stun there with Lena. Oh, that is a shame. Should have done a little bit more with that stun, or could have done a little bit more. Because the Slark was already out of range of the stun before she cast it. And yeah, if that stun had gone down, they would have definitely gotten it. But yeah. Yeah, it's just farming. I'm sorry about that, but that's the way it goes with the Anti-Mage. He is a really good champion, by the way. He can do very well. He's a really good carry, and you definitely want to make sure that that if he's on the enemy team, that you control the amount of farm he gets by, for example, warding up his jungle, because if you can gank him in his jungle, once he starts jungling, he can severely reduce the amount of farm he gets. And well, Anti-Mage is just a really good late game champion, but if he doesn't get the amount the items that he needs, then he's going to die pretty easily, for the simple reason that he is a melee champion, and well, if he doesn't can't get close enough without getting killed, then he can never survive that. So someone had the, hang on, who was that? Someone had the Midas. Oh, that's not the right one. That's not the right one either, but you might want to see that. Midas was on the Life Stealer there. Midas adds extra gold and experience to your minion kill. well, one minion kill every 100 seconds. And it seems like insignificant, but in reality it is actually really powerful. And did that hit? No, there's nobody there. So my Rena trying to, or Mirana I should say, trying to get the stun off there, but not actually managing to do so. And obviously they cannot see through the fog of war. We can. And he's using the quelling blade there to chop down the tree, in case you're wondering. So the quelling blade, really a nice item to have in the jungle, because you can make these kind of shortcuts. And are we going to be able to catch this guy? And yes, we can! But yeah, he is so mobile that it doesn't even matter that he got killed. Sorry, caught. But yeah, he did stop, and that stun from Lina was excellent. She is called Lina, right? Yeah, we have Lina and Luna. And yeah, this is Lina. Luna is obviously has something to do with the moon, and this one is a fire dude. Well, do that. She's really cool, by the way, to play. If you can land her stuns in a reasonable amount, if you can land them in a reasonable well, number, then you can do really well with her. If you land every one of them, you can totally dominate. But yeah, she's not really a carry, she's a real support. And she's really nice to play. She can do some pretty significant damage, by the way. So getting targeted a little bit by the tower there, because he towered over it before the minions were there. But that's all good. He is just going to take out this tower. And Lina gets the tower. That was a shame. That was definitely not what he intended to do. Their Manta style is purchased, or no? Oh, he didn't get Manta style, he got the Battle Fury. Okay. I thought he would go for Manta style first, but Battle Fury of course adds damage to your, well, AoE damage to your basic attack. You do 225 AoE damage around the target. No, in 225 AoE. So yeah, that's quite good for farming up, and you do 35% of your damage to that to the minions around the initial primary target. And as you can see, it pushes the lane pretty hard, but it is pretty good. It is definitely something that you want to use. And he is going for Manta style. No, he's not. It's Vladimir's offering. Going for the lifesteal. And of course, with the lifesteal, yeah, he should be able to get quite a lot done. And wow, come on! Oh, he became invulnerable. Yeah, that really sucks when that happens, but yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. And oh, jumping out. Not blinking after him for some reason. Now he's going to blink after him, but no, could have done that a little bit better. And he is going for the Ancients. The Ancients, of course, the best target on the map, except for Roshan. And if you can stack them as a support champion for the Anti-Mage, that is definitely a good deal. Yeah, blinking over to the next camp. Definitely played Anti-Mage before, because these kind of jumps, they require some knowledge about, well, what you can and cannot do. And yeah, well, that's excellent. And yeah, getting the Vladimir's offering now, as you can see, getting quite a lot of gold going straight up really early in the game. We are currently at 8,500 gold, and yeah, that is just a great amount, seeing that he didn't really kill anyone yet. Phantom Lancer has a similar amount of gold, but yeah, as you can see, he is oh, I can't find his picture. Yeah, 102. And yeah, the maximum is 501. And still, he is doing great in the gold per minute. because his last hit's 139, and that is by far the highest, and that's exactly the way it should be. And he is at the highest gold per minute. So there you see it. And let's see how the teams are doing. Yeah, there is a big difference in between the two teams. And that's excellent, because that means that this is not going to be an hour-long game like the last one. Because I really don't feel like casting another one of those. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be a fast game. It just means that we at least have the game under control for now. Is he going to jump back in? Yeah, he is back in, but they are not going to re-engage. Oh, this guy is actually really overextending. And yeah. No! Come on, don't lose that kill! Oh, he is going to lose the kill. That's a shame. Oh. So, and here you can see how useful that blink is. Of course, Rubik had a blink as well, and that made that he got out of there. But still, blink is really useful to have. Mirana in some trouble there, right above him. And is he going to jump into this? Or is she just going to die? Oh, wow. Yeah, she did die. Nice spell there by the Phantom Lancer, catching her. And there was really nothing that he could do. Two guys here now, and this time he can do something about it, because this is right on his well, front porch. It's right next to him, and oh, the slow going down. And now he needs to get the hell out of there. But no mana. No mana. Oh. Holy crap. Yeah, so he ran out of mana. He used a little bit too much on, well, everything, especially that blink during the previous team fight. And really couldn't afford to blink out of there when, well, when he got caught. Obviously, I did not notice that before. I did notice he was quite low mana, but when he came out of that team fight, I just didn't remember when, well, when it actually mattered. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. We are going for it. We are going for we are going for the carry roll here, and oh, nothing happening there. That is a shame, because it might have been good to actually get the engage at some point. Is this a real one? Yeah, it is the real one. Okay, yeah, we can actually see the difference between the real one and the fake one now. I saw it earlier, but I didn't think it would be that obvious. Obviously, it is that obvious, because they wouldn't want us to be confused as the viewers of this game. They would like to have the people that actually play this game be confused. Oh, did he catch him? No, 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 he jumped away as well. Very nicely done. And yeah, the spirit is coming in. Storm Spirit. And there is the real Phantom Lancer. And Phantom Lancer, of course, a very good champion as well. Can farm quite a lot and can farm really quickly. And can make like 8 clones of himself in the later game. Which is excellent to deal extra damage. And oh, he got out. That Rubik is so good at just blinking out at the right moment. And yeah, he knows this is the real Phantom Lancer, but it's not going to matter. Oh, the jump out once again to avoid the stun. And we are going to go to top lane. Helping out in top lane, well, not helping out, just farming up here. Because, well, that is the way it works. And, oh, they got a kill. Slark got killed. I wasn't sure where he went, but that's because he died. So we are going top lane and going to pick up all of this. And it is probably a good thing for him to stop fighting and start farming again. He is, well, not low on farm, but he's getting lower on farm if he doesn't farm enough. And currently we have 9-8 on the Invoker, and we are at, oh come on, 11-5. So 9-3 here and 11-0 on the Phantom Lancer. He needs to stay ahead of the Phantom Lancer at least. That way, when they come to a fight, he at least has a decent chance of doing things. With, of course, the Battle Fury and his other items that he's going to get. He should do enough AoE damage to not care about the Phantom Lancer's clones. Once again, chopping down a tree with the Quelling Blades, and that means that he can just run through that jungle straight towards his next camp. And even though that seems like, well, an insignificant little thing to do, it is in fact really important to keep track of those things. The invulnerability going down, and is he going to be able to get out? Oh yeah, he is going to be able to get out. And oh wow, that was a really cool move. Holy crap. Yeah, that was the way that's supposed to work. That was how Slark was supposed to pull that off the last time in the bottom lane. Because if you can hide yourself for a few seconds, then you should be able to get out of that. Ruby gets caught here and is going to go down. And yeah, that's the way it goes. Invisibility. And no, he's not. He's going for Roshan. If he went for the Ancients here, he is going to catch the Phantom Lancer. And yes, it is the real one. But he doesn't know that. Well, he suspects that, obviously. But he's not going to go one-on-one versus that. So here we go. Look at the mini stuns, man. That is crazy. And we are going to get a really easy Roshan here. Immediately picking up the Aegis. And who's this? He definitely disconnected. Or wasn't paying attention at all. Whatever. It doesn't really matter which of the two. But he wasn't doing anything, even though he saw him coming. He saw the blink in and yeah, just couldn't make it work. Or, well, didn't make it work. And it seems that the Phantom Lancer is setting a clone on him. Oh, crazy mode. By the way, in the real game, obviously, the clones look exactly the same as the Phantom Lancer. So you cannot see which one is the real one. You can only see it from how they behave. So, yeah, the real Phantom Lancer is obviously not going to run in like a moron. Well, most of them. Unless I play them.
Such sorcery shall not prevail.
And we are doing okay-ish in this team fight. We got 2 kills. And yeah, he needs to do a little more in the aggression. Because, well, he did die. So he needs to watch out that he doesn't die again. He did use his